This is CBS 46 News at 9 on Peachtree TV. Getting results.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for this special online edition of CBS 46 News at 9. I'm Mike Dunstan.
And I'm Brittany Miller. Let's start with the coronavirus. The state health department confirms 3 new cases of the coronavirus here in Georgia. This now bringing the total number in our state to 5.
Tonight, CBS 46's Yasmina Alston has the latest on who contracted the virus.
The Georgia Department of Health and the CDC confirmed those 3 additional cases are in Cobb County, Fulton County, and Polk County, which is previously reported as Floyd County. There are now a total of 5 cases of coronavirus in Georgia. There are also 2 possible cases in Gwinnett and Fulton County. According to the governor's office, the person in Cobb County recently returned from Italy and is isolated at home. The second person is in Fulton County and in the hospital. We don't know the source of this person's exposure right now. The third person is a Polk County resident and is also in the hospital. The Department of Public Health is waiting on test results for a person living in Gwinnett and Fulton County. While we've learned of these additional cases, people say they are still concerned and doing what they can to be safe.
With Hartsfield and the CDC being here in Atlanta, I mean, you got to think with Hartsfield being the busiest airport in the world that it's going to come to Atlanta.
And Governor Kemp and the Department of Health remind people that the overall risk of coronavirus to the general public remains low. In Atlanta, Yasmina Alston, CBS 46 News.
And here in the U.S., a coronavirus has killed at least 19 people. Today in Washington state, health officials announced a new death today. In Florida, officials confirmed 2 people died in their state. That marked the first deaths on the East Coast linked to the virus.
You know, the coronavirus is making everyone a little bit more conscious of contact with others. Sports is just one example. CBS 46's Ayani Hughes is in Tequila explaining how one youth baseball tournament is combating this virus.
League officials at this youth baseball tournament are doing what they can to make sure kids are still having fun, but spreading as few germs as possible.
This weekend, we're focusing on making sure everyone's got hand sanitizer.
Sanitation was the top priority for Jill Frischman. With coronavirus spreading in Georgia, she and her co-workers took initiative.
The main thing is we want kids to still come out, have fun, have a good time, get to be outside and enjoy the great outdoors and the fresh air. But at the same token, we have to be precautious, right?
The more obvious precautions included lots of extra hand sanitizer in every field's dugouts and sanitizer wipes for the equipment.
And then the other kind of fun thing that we're implementing this weekend is instead of the high fives, we're going to be having kids either fist bumping or doing the elbows or, any kind of fun creation that they can come up with to celebrate a win or a great play without actually touching each other and spreading germs around.
Frischman says it took her multiple trips to find enough available sanitizer for the tournament.
It's been a struggle to try and find it in the area, so I went to about 7 different stores yesterday.
This Georgia mom certainly appreciated the extra effort.
Make me feel comfortable that everybody should be doing that, and hopefully more and more people will be, and we'll be continuing to do it as the virus, I believe, will slow down eventually, or we will find out more about it. So I think that this park is hopefully setting standards that other parks will.
Reporting in Tequila, Ayani Hughes, CBS 46 News.
All new tonight, author and former reality TV star Angela Stanton King sits down with CBS 46.
Yeah, Stanton King just announced she is running for Congress as a Republican against longtime Democrat Congressman John Lewis.
And I'm so grateful for his works to civil rights and his fight for justice. So this is more about just picking up the torch and continuing to carry the fight, although I'm a Republican. But who says that we can't fight for the same things, although we're on a different side?
Stanton King is known for her best-selling memoir, Life of a Real-Life Housewife. Earlier this year, President Trump pardoned her 2004 conviction for her role in a car theft ring.
CBS 46 political analyst Dr. Rashad Ritchie weighing in on Stanton King's decision to run as a Republican in Georgia's 5th congressional district.
This is a decisively Democratic district. This district is actually more Democratic than it is African American. And for a Republican to come in and say they're going to beat one of the most iconic Democrats in the United States of America, that's more than a long shot.
There you have it. Dr. Rashad Ritchie also believes this is an issues awareness campaign. He says even though Stanton King likely won't win the election, she will get more attention than any candidate who has run against Lewis in more than a decade.
Now more to Campaign 2020. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms will campaign for Democrat Joe Biden this weekend. She's speaking on behalf of the former vice president at the Dream Center Church in Decatur. That's tomorrow at noon. Mayor Bottoms announced her endorsement of Biden for president last summer. And civil rights activist and former Atlanta mayor, also Ambassador Andrew Young, also backing Joe Biden. Young announced his endorsement this week. Young called Biden a friend, saying he's somebody who can bring the Democrats together.
People living in Fulton County are taking advantage of one of the few chances to cast an early vote for the primary this weekend. The first of 3 weekend early voting days was today. Another is happening tomorrow. And then the last chance is next Saturday. Be sure to check online for your early voting precinct. CBS 46 working to get results for a Kennesaw woman dealing with a giant sinkhole outside of her home.
And now she wants a county to pay more than $50,000 to fix it. CBS 46's Melissa Stern is in Cobb County with that story.
The homeowner says not only is her driveway unsightly, but it's dangerous. She's since hired an attorney to fight Cobb County, but now she says the county is putting pressure on her to drop it.
Stewart says this sinkhole almost swallowed a distracted rideshare driver. She says it's such a hazard, she's concerned for the kids in her neighborhood.
It would be easy for somebody just to fall in.
In March of 2019, she noticed the hole underneath the concrete of the driveway.
Kind of freaked out.
She called her insurance company and they sent out an engineer to figure out what was causing this sinkhole.
Found a broken storm drain pipe, said it was leaking underneath the driveway.
Her insurance told her they don't cover driveways, only dwellings, and it hasn't impacted her house. Yet.
This is what I put up, the caution tape.
The storm drain and pipes belong to Cobb County, so she contacted them. Cobb County sent out representatives and she was told it's on her property, therefore her problem.
There's legal action pending, but Cobb County says you need to drop the lawsuit, and if you don't, then we may charge you a nuisance fee.
But she's not dropping it.
I didn't put the storm drain pipe there. I didn't break it. This has nothing to do with me.
When she hired an attorney last summer, she says Cobb County came back out.
Even though they said it was not their problem, they replaced the pipe. So it was definitely broken, or I'm sure they wouldn't replace an unbroken pipe.
Cobb County's attorney says the sunken area resulted from a trash pit buried by the property's developers decades ago. He adds that the damage to her property was not caused by the county and therefore cannot assume responsibility. Stewart says this past year has been an absolute nightmare.
Hell is the best word I can think of.
Melissa Stern, CBS 46 News.
Well, CBS 46 is everywhere tonight, starting here in Habersham County, where a woman is dead after a fire. You can see those huge flames coming from a home on Yona Post Road in Alto this morning. The victim has not been identified. Right now, investigators are still trying to find out what sparked it.
In Monroe County, 2 women are wanted, accused of stealing puppies from a pet store. Surveillance pictures show the suspects at Save a Pet on Maynard Church Road on March 5th. If you recognize either of these women, call the Monroe County Sheriff's Office.
A Cobb County police officer is recovering tonight after another driver hit his patrol car from behind during this traffic stop. This happened overnight on South Cobb Drive and Barclay Circle in Marietta. Authorities say the officer and another person were injured. Good news is both have been released from the hospital.
Now, CBS 46 Pinpoint Weather, certified Atlanta's most accurate forecast.
How nice was it outside today? We are in our longest stretch of dry weather that we've seen since December of 2019. Part of that is what we're seeing right now on our CBS 46 Pinpoint satellite and radar. Big area of high pressure across the eastern half of the United States, and that's keeping us dry for now. It's also keeping us quiet and relatively cloud-free tonight. We will see a few more clouds move in for tomorrow, but under mostly clear skies tonight as the wind starts to back off just a little bit and temperatures fall close to the freezing mark. We could see a little bit of patchy frost as you step out the door tomorrow morning. Otherwise, a pretty chilly start. And as you start tomorrow morning, make sure that you change your clock. Sunday 2 a.m. so very early tomorrow morning, our clocks turn 1 hour ahead as we spring forward into daylight saving time. Our new sunrise 7:56 in the morning. Our new sunset, I think a lot of people are excited about this, 7:40 in the evening, so an hour later of course than what we saw today. We'll start off in the 30s and we'll soar to near 60 by tomorrow afternoon. A lot of sunshine throughout the day. Enjoy it, soak it up while you can. We'll have one more dry day on Monday, so that's Sunday into Monday.
Monday, 2 dry days in a row before we see the rain start to move back in. 62 in Athens tomorrow afternoon, 59 in Canton, 61 in LaGrange, and 59 in Griffin. As far as the rainfall goes, we know it's been impressive so far for 2020, but right now we are #1 as far as we can see on the record books as far as how much rain we've seen so far this year. That is close to 23 inches of rain. As we head into the upcoming week, we'll see rain chances pick up on Tuesday, continuing Wednesday, Thursday into Friday. But here's the good news is the rainfall totals don't look as impressive as what we've seen for the past couple of weeks. Despite the fact that we do have rain, this won't be continuous rain either. We will see some breaks in the rainfall. So this is Monday evening. We're still dry for most of us in Georgia. The rain starts to move through on Tuesday, though you can see a few of those breaks in the rain. All of that from the cold front that'll sit over our area for a couple of days. Despite that, temperatures will be well above average next week in the upper 60s, and some of us even making it into the 70s. Our potential rainfall starting on Tuesday, continuing through Thursday, even into the early part of Friday, anywhere on the order of ½ an inch to upwards of 1 inch of rain. And that's a big difference from what we've seen for the past couple of weeks when we're talking about 3 to 4 inches of rain in just a couple of days. So enjoy the sun for tomorrow. Enjoy it on Sunday into Monday. We will climb to near 70 for a lot of the week, and eventually the rain will stop once we get into next weekend.
So we'll savor the sun at least for a little bit.
It's finally just a slightly different forecast.
70s? Yes,
I know.
please. Thank you, Molly, and thank you so much for watching this online edition of CBS 46 News at 9. We'll see you again on CBS 46 News at 11.
For Brittany Miller, meteorologist Molly McCollum, and the entire CBS 46 News team, I'm Mike Dunstan. Have a great Saturday night. See ya.